Boom, boom. Okay, does it work? I want to listen to myself. Okay, I think I'm live. Okay, Casco. Tell me if you can hear me. Hello, hello. Hello. Okay, that's great. Okay. Now, where would I see it? Oh yeah, try with the if you can try the alerts for the follows. See if something's gonna pop up. And in the meanwhile, I'm just gonna do what I wanted to do. So where have I left off? So in the last part, I finally finished the editor, but there were some issues with it that I didn't run through. Oh yeah, the waves. So with the new editor, waves don't spawn anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just quickly gonna modify the first map a little bit in the editor. So let's just generate the first level, reset the paths, get rid of these. Could have just deleted it. Okay, so for the first map, we'll do something like this, like so. And then add some areas where we can't place blocks. Like so. Okay. That should be good enough. And now let's draw a path. So we'll go, oh, that should have not happened. Interesting. Let's save this level first and see why the path is not working. So there is an error in the editor. Okay, generate. Oh, I didn't even save that. Oh, okay. Let's delete the map and have a look at the code. So we do have an error in the editor after all. So now the path has been successfully deleted. I generate a brand new path. I try to more or less recreate what I had there, like so. Let's add all of the pieces. Okay, it's good enough. And now try to draw. Okay, so this is the first error in the editor. Yeah, I don't see the follow. Okay, yeah. So the follows don't pop up. I wonder why. Okay, so I'll try to do that next time then. But so then the new app works, I guess. It does show me a mini feed of things that happen. Maybe it's not showing because you've been followed before. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Uh, wait, no. Yeah, I'll have to watch a tutorial on how to do it next time because I actually don't know how it works. If I press save, will it save the level? Does it save the level? No, it's not saving the level. Level 1? Why is it not saving this level? Okay. Where's map editor? Open the code. It's weird because I'm sure it works. I set up the other maps, so I guess what I really want to do is debug.log attempting to save. I saved like so. Hmm. So it's not saving to this specific. What is this? Oh, the path IDs. That's right. It was saving after all. Why is it 500 by 500 though? The size should be 100 for a 10 by 10. Wait. Well, no. Yeah. It's 100, right? Yeah, yeah. I'm not dumb. So why do we have such a big number here? Okay, so let's delete this. Okay, so this properly deletes it. Save it, which has saved it properly. And now generate a new. Save it, which has saved it properly as a 0. Now, what happens if I save again? It adds. Okay, so that's the first problem. Every time we save, it adds from the list, but saving should first clear the current selection before it adds. So if we go into the saving, first I need to clear everything out. So what I really need to do is I need to do this. I need to clear out all of the blocks and IDs. So I clear out this and that, but instead of block IDs, for this it will be the path. So, and only then we add the new ones in that were in the current build. Like so. Let's try again. So, that means I need to redo every single level. Okay, so we have a brand new level. I try to save it. Yeah, so now there will be no more issues with this part. Okay, so let's just make a new level. We'll do this, and I'll save it. Yeah, it just changes, makes the changes accordingly. With this, I won't have any issues with the level being wrong. Let's just put some paths in here. Put one here. Okay, like this. Let's save our progress. Now let's try. Okay, so when I click on this, we get the error. This should select the block and change the number, but is it not doing that? So map editor, and it's select block. Now, if you look at the code, select block. It's not 4 sets of 9s. Ah, we lost an else here. I presume this has happened somewhere. I wonder how that happened. Okay, so let's generate level. Oh, interesting. So level 1. Wait, did I not press save? No, I must have pressed save. This is a very interesting. Okay. Now, empty level. I'm literally just going to draw the path. I cleared it. Ah. Okay. One last final time. Okay. A level done. We're gonna click save. No, just get rid of that. And let's generate our first level. Okay, so we get the exact layout that we want. So let's generate it again and add some other blocks to it, like so, and then save it. Now let's replay it and generate level. Okay, so it gives us every single block that we want. Now let's do the following. Save it. Okay, I'm just going to take a snip of this just to make sure it's the exact same way as it was supposed to be. And generate. Oh, did I press save? Did I press save? That's the real question. I must have pressed save, right? How many blocks? We still get 10 blocks. We are using the dirt block. And now we're pressing save. Did anything change? Okay, so I just presume I didn't press save last time. Okay, so we have the map. All of the blocks are set. Now let's try to do the final piece, which is drawing. So I pressed on this. Let's actually see what the IDs are at all time for debugging purposes. So I'm just going to add this into the editor, like so. And let's generate level. Press on the map. Let's slightly move. Now, so it's registering our block. Ah, no, it's not. It's not registering the last block click. So what we actually didn't do here is currently selected, which is weird because I swear it had, like, it worked before because the flags were there. So I must have deleted this by mistake. Okay. At some point. Now, let's give it a try now. So, yep. So it's drawing the path correctly. Okay. And let's click the save. It's not saving it. Now, why would it not save it? Okay. Where's the path? Path is here. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So level has the blocks. It doesn't have anything in the path currently. Now let's have a look at the paths. So I'll select the flag, which changes it to the correct ID. Adds it here. Adds it here. So it properly added it here. And then why is it not saving it when we press the save button? So what does the save button currently do? It does the save level, which, so it does the height. So it should really set the path to be the same as this. So click it. No, it doesn't do it. Okay. Let's Let's just see if that's just a logic error of how I've written it. Let's just add a 0 index, because I'll just loop for every single one of them and add them in with a for loop if that's literally what the problem is. Generate level. Now set the flags. Press save. Oh, interesting. Where are we getting the... Where did the error pop up? Clear. We're generating. Press. Save. Attempting. Okay. So number of paths is... This is where we get the problem. We are not... There's nothing in the number of paths, but why is there nothing in the number of paths? There is something in number of paths. Where are we? No, there isn't. Why is nothing adding to number of paths? But now there is 1, 2. Save. So, I'm clearing it before it gets added. Where is it? Where does it get cleared though? Reset path. Where we don't call it anywhere though. No, we must be running it from a button. Select block. Reset path doesn't get called anywhere outside of... Okay. So I've called it now myself. There's 2 in here. And then they instantly disappear. Code. Where is the code? Let's disable this entire function for now. Again, why would you clear out the... Where is the path being cleared out? What other class could be doing this class? Okay, go to the front. So we have an iteration. This is the problem. First, let's remove it. Let's do this. Press save. Oh, yeah, but why? I'm pretty sure I need that piece of code. It's just that... What does it do? So editor number of path is equal to editor game level path. So this is... if empty is false, well, that should be actually... What am I trying to do here? Why did I even put this line of code in here? Okay. So let's just look at this. So if our scriptable is empty, actually, to be honest, it doesn't matter for now. I'll be needing to make it slightly different later anyway. So, and I just want it to work for now. Okay, so let's generate the level, set up the paths, save the path, which has actually saved properly. Check it out, yeah. So the path is saved. Now let's go into the game scene and map, and it should load our level 0, level 1. For now, I'm not going to grab, I'll just set it to 0 by default, because we want the first level to load. Okay, so yeah, this works fine. I need to change the camera angle. Okay. Good enough for now. Yeah. Actually slightly annoying that we can't move. So should do this and move the camera slightly lower. I need to add the same camera function from the other script to this script, to be honest, just so we can move the camera around. Base component values. Okay. Now, of course, this tower has to go. This tower is not going to be there on spawn. So I'm just going to disable it. And now, what was the problem with the wave system? Why is the wave system not working? So it spawns enemies, and they instantly disappear. No, they spawn at the last point, actually, for some reason. So let's look into that. Oh, I have all the path points. So it gave me every path point is the exact same path point. Okay. So we're not pushing through the path properly. So let's close in all the editor stuff and open up Game Manager and the map manager, the map generator. So he generated the map. Oh, that was the problem. I remember. That was unnecessary in my opinion. So this can just go away. Don't need that. This can go away too. And we'll just loop the same way the map generator does, to be honest. There we go. So how did I do it in this approach? Where's the loop? Yeah, so I essentially just have to do this, really. There is literally zero need to do this weird triple loop. Of course, this is going to be wrong now. So we have a list already from the levels, and we have all the blocks from here. So this essentially gets changed to that. Of course, we don't need this either. Or do we? No, I don't think we need these guys at all. And this, of course, gets changed to our levels.id.path. So that'll be a path. Path T, of course, because that's going to be equal to the tile from all of the tiles. And what we kind of want to do here is, of course, we don't want to put any numbers down, but we do want to set the object. Well, we actually just want to add it to our to the list from the game manager. So right now the tiles are a array, but we're just going to change it to a list so we can use the .add function. So I'll just do list tile. And that means some of our older code will have to slightly be changed as well. So now that we have this, we can just do game manager.instance. What was it called? Path tiles. Path tiles dot add uh, up, up like so, and we can just do dot add, and we will be adding the spawned tile at number I. Do we get the spawned tile or do we get a point? Okay, let's just leave it at that for now. Oh no, we just get a tile. And now we get the get path transform. So we'll just do don't count. And I think the rest can stay as it is. No need to modify that part. Let's see if this is gonna work now. So it should. Yeah. So now they're moving. One thing we want to do is we want to make the health point towards the player camera. So I'm just going to use the look at. But did they disappear? Yeah, they do. The camera angle is still a little bit off. 70. Okay, good enough. So that's done. That's done. Let's try placing towers and see what the problem with placing was from the last part. Okay, so the raycasting is weird at the base points. How if I try to place a new one? Okay, so firstly, I guess it shouldn't really raycast off these points here, or it should just show as unavailable. And of course, we want to raycast off the tip. The tip problem can be very easily solved by going into the object, like so. Do I have... So all of the actual transforms are here, right? Yeah. So let's just add a little, like so. And I can just move them at the top of the point. And that's actually good enough to mimic the placement. Okay. No, it still goes under the... Do these guys have... Okay. We need to look at the placing code after all. Well, that was a shame. Did I update the proof? No, I didn't. Never mind. Let's have a look at this. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna use a slightly different solution for this. Okay, so first let's just close this, close this, close this, and what we need to open is the placement, which should be, where is it? Player interaction. I actually want to have every highlightable object available from their ID, and they will be pre-spawned. And I'll probably want to have something to tell if we already have one object, so we can't place one on top of another. How does it work right now in this? So if we put it here, okay, I know what to do now. Let's think. Oh yeah. So right now, if we go into the tower placement, so what does the tower placement do? So it's at the hit.transformed position where it shouldn't be at the. So it's this section that has to be changed. What do we hit off of though? Debug.log hit transform. Because I presume it's all placing it in the middle of the hit object rather than at the top of it. Yeah, and it places it in the middle but instead of the top. Okay. So what I kind of want to do is before we can, so the colors, the colors. So I'm going to make a new class. Where are we? I guess I'm just going to put it here. So this will check if we can, I guess, place our object by seeing if there is a object already. Now, but do I want to have free placement or do I want to place on? So how do we place right now when we click on the object? Where are we? Left mouse clicks selected. So right now it places it on the puff point. Okay. Let's for now disable money. And I want to deal with payments for now. And let's work on slightly enchanting this area section. So right now we place it on the block. But then how do tower defense games usually do that? Where is my YouTube? Let's have a look at balloons. Balloons. Tower defense. Okay, so there's definitely a free placement. It's just that they just make sure that the yeah. So I guess the first the area, the radius placement, what is probably the better way to do it, as I thought. So let's create a new class. I'm gonna call it area check. So what I'll do is I'll raycast off of the selection, the highlight, to see whenever or not I can place an object in that area. So what I'll do is first we will need the radius for our object. And this will be different based on each object, but yeah. I'm just gonna set it as something like this for now, and I'll do private bool can place. So this just checks if we can place it or not, and we need to have a accessor for it. And then we're just gonna do public void check radius. Action. And how am I gonna do this? So by default, we can always place, and then we really need to check for colliders. Is it overlap sphere? So we'll check against this game object and the radius. And then we just need to loop like so. And I'm just going to use a while loop for this. And do we actually, wait, what do we have terrain set to? No, it's not going to work like that. So do we use tags for everything? Let's have a look at the, where are we? Scripts? No, resources, prefabs. So a tower is a tower. Yeah, that's fine. Tile is a tile. Enemies have a tag. So we do actually have a scriptable for it. I mean, a tag. So that will actually work with a tag. So if it's not a tile, is that how I spelled it? Yeah. Then that's when our can place will be false. Now, we could just change this to a, actually, I can just do this as a public bool. And then, rather than doing that, and then at the end, we just return can place. And we then don't need to have this as a public value, like so. So we'll just call this, and then based on the result, that's what we will go with. Okay. So now what's going to happen is, if you go back to here, I wanted to have two sets of colors for the highlight object. If we go into the resources and materials, here I have the highlight bad and good. So I'll take reference to these two materials in our prior interaction. Where do we have the highlight selection highlight? Let's just do go a camera. Tower placements. I'm missing a. Okay, so here I'll put in private material. And this is going to be an array, and then we highlight materials. And this will take two materials, so I'll just be like 0 is equal to good material, 1 is equal to bad material. Oh, yeah, if that makes sense. Now that we have that, we will just go into, where are we? Here, game manager, come on, yes. So it's good and bad, right? Yeah. Now, when our highlight is not going to be null, this is where we do the checks. This is where we do the color checks. So let's forget about all of this code for now. I'll do selection highlight. Wait, we need the area check. So this. So right now this is slappable on a game object, but I don't want it like that. Let's actually pass through an object instead. So do transform object, pass object. And what we'll change this to is pass object. The radius will be dot transform dot position. the radius will be changed to a radius, I mean, of the tower, because some towers will be bigger than the others, I guess, maybe. And we kind of just want to be able to use it. So can I just make everything static and remove mono behavior so it doesn't have to be attached to anything? Let's just so if I'm correct now, I can just do if check radius, and I can just pass hit the trun. No, selection highlight. Dot transform. So this is where we change the color. So we'll do selection highlight dot. And how do we change materials in material color? Okay, Unity reference time. Unity documentation, how to change material. So I'll just swap between two different materials. Of course, that's actually not going to work if I think about it. So we have that, but then the object itself has more than, well, the object has more components that can change colors. So I actually need a, let's just make a new class. And we'll call it the cell highlight selection manager. Okay. Go ahead. Highlight area check, highlight selection manager, like so. And then here, I'll store every single material that this specific highlight has. So we'll do project materials, and then I make a public set materials. Just gonna pass. Actually, rather than having the materials stored in here, I'll just store the colors on each individual object, the reference to them. So I can just call the function as a true or false and then set them accordingly. So I'll do that. So it's actually, I think it's going to be renderer. So we need the reference to the renderer and then the materials that we need to set. So we'll just pass in a boolean is available. So if is available is equal to true, then we're going to do material, no, let's call this active material. And we're just going to do active material dot material is equal to highlights material at 0. I think this is good enough. Material at 1. And then all we have to do is in our little interaction script, we'll simply, is these, so we'll do, so if we, what does true print? True means that we can place. So we will just do hit.transform.get component, and this will be the light selection manager. and we'll just do what's it called? It's materials, and we will be passing through. We'll just send through here, and we'll pass false in any other one. True sets it to 0, false sets it to 1. Yeah. Now, for the placer, for the highlights, let's just lock this in real quick. Aha, that's right. The only reason why I did it was because I actually did both of them. I mean, every single one, not just one. Materials. So let's just drag in the good and the bad. And now this needs a light change. So this is actually several renderers, not just one. So we just make a for each. And change this to on eye. Can go away, go away. And that changes to 1. Yeah, now regardless of how many parts the tower will consist of, it will always change the entire structure to the correct one. And now that this is locked, we can drag in the base, the rotator, the outer cannon, and then the inner cannon. There you go. Just gonna apply this, disable it. Now let's place it. Oh, it's not following our mouse anymore. That's right. We need to just enable that feature again. Where was it? Oh no, it should follow. That's just an individual. Am I? Did I just crash the game? Did I just crash? Yes, I did. Oh, is it from this? Yes, it is. What are you doing to me? What am I calling? Oh my god. I didn't expect the crash. Okay, I guess this was too much for it. I probably created an infinite loop here. Yeah, I did. I don't add the eye. Oh my god. That's a bit whoopsie daisy. Um, okay. Whoopsie daisy. Where are we? Oh, that's the first crash. Where are we? Okay, back to the code. So we actually need to add the eye every time. That should prevent us from looping into infinity. Let's give this a try. Oh, wrong scene. Okay. Oh, perfect. We didn't crash once, but we did get an error. Yeah. What's missing here? We have all of the. Oh, it's hit the transform. No. Selection highlight. That's what we were getting the reference for. Okay, let's give it another try. Oh, better. It's too much debug.logs. So with this, we should be able to only place. Yeah, there we go. Now it gives us a red color. Now, these guys are tiles, but there should be inaccessible tiles, so there should be just no option whatsoever to place on them. So what I'll actually do is we'll change tags in the since we're already doing a tag-based system for everything, it's just better to modify the tag. So what's going to happen is there we have. So when we set our tile, if it's basically anything other than the first one, is it the first one? Yeah, if it's anything other than grass, we'll just change the tag to unavailable. So if our type ID is equal to 0, then we'll do this dot game object tag, and that's going to be equal to tile. And if it's anything other than that, then it's going to be just called unavailable, like so. So now we can't place on top of or we can. Interesting. Why didn't? Oh, tag is not defined. That's right. So it didn't change the tag. How did I write unavailable down? Let's give this a try. So there we go. And we can't place anywhere. Thank you. It's a surprising change. Undefined tag. What do you mean undefined? Why is it undefined? Tile. It's spelled tile. Like, hello. So, by all logic, why are we reading? The basic tower, it doesn't have a. No, this is so weird. Because as soon as I remove that, it will work. But with that added, it doesn't work. Okay. Let's just make our lives a little bit easier. If it's not 0, then I'll just set it to this tag. Or is the radius just too big? And it's actually impeaching all the other. I probably should add a gizmo that draws. Yeah, let's do that. No, it's not going to work because area check is not even it's not even attached to any script. Whatever. Let's just check if I was right. Yeah, I was right. The radius was just too big. But oh, and now it's not recasting outside of the path because the path doesn't. Which is, I guess, in a sense, it's all right. It doesn't let us go over. Although that could be changed later because we are using the tile to be able to cast it into the object. So that's great. We can now only place in the correct places, but we are still not um, recasting this on the correct. Well, this is not sticking out as it should. So let's make free placement first before anything else, and then we're going to fix the fact that it's in the ground. Actually, let's see if we can put one on top of another. Oh, we can. That's no good. Wait. What do we have here? Do we have collision set on a tower? The tower does have collision, and it's called tower. Okay, we'll deal with this in a bit. So now let's make sure that we place things properly, better than currently. That is. What do we have here? Actually, I'm gonna take a short break because it's been already an hour, and I'll come back and we will get this to work better. And how do I